Alright, what is up everybody? Today we are going to be running through a modern league with the deck Black-Green Yawgmoth. It is pictured on screen. This is version 6.9 on my stat sheet. I've linked the stat sheet in the comments, so if you want to check out and follow along, feel free to click on that. Main deck is nothing different than what we've been running. Highlights of the main deck: 2 Twilight Mirror, 2 Boseiju, 6 fetch lands. That's about it on the mana base. Outside of the mana base, we have a Prosperous Innkeeper instead of the 4th Wall of Roots, 4 Grist, 2 Endurance, and 3 Evos. Those are the highlights of the main deck. Things that might be a little unconventional. Sideboard. This is where things get a little bit weird. We have 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Necromentia. Pretty stock. Nothing too crazy there. We have 3 Force of Vigor, 1 Endurance, 1 Liberator, 2 Unlicensed Hearse. Nothing too crazy there. Hapatra is back again today. Hapatra has been doing pretty good. It's definitely won me a few matches where I otherwise wouldn't have had lines, so it's been helpful. And the most interesting card we're running today, which this will be my 3rd league with a deck that has this card in it, is Tamiyo's Safekeeping. It has some pretty significant blowout potential, and the list so far has been 8-2, and this card's actually come up quite a few times. Basically, counterspell for Leyline Binding, for Lightning Bolt, and just a little bit of incidental life gain as well. Interesting part about this is it not only applies to creatures, but it's any permanent. So you can protect a Dryad Arbor, you can protect a Grist. It's pretty versatile. So I've used it for all of those things up to this point. So it's been a nice tempo swing, and it's basically like counter target removal spell is basically what it says. So yeah, so we're gonna run a league with this list and see how it does. And like I said, I just finished a league, and we 4-1 that league. So hopefully we can at least repeat and have a decent finish, decent showing here. All right, so we have our opening 7. Let me move my mic a little bit so I can actually see the screen. Sorry if that's noisy for anybody. And hopefully my audio is coming in loud and clear. I'm going to be forever paranoid about that because of all the people that commented that I was getting an echo on my audio. All right, so this is match 1, Eden Debussy. Apologies if I pronounced that incorrectly. We are on the draw. Our opening 7 is acceptable. A little fragile, but I think it's a keep. So we have a game plan here to get a Yawgmoth on turn 3. So that's what we're going to go for. Alright, so Island Aether Vial, we're looking at a Merfolk deck, most likely. Boseiju is pretty solid here. Because we're playing against Merfolk, I'm going to preserve my life total a little bit. We're going to go for a basic. And we shouldn't have any issues with removal. I don't think they run Dismember in the main deck, so we should be okay there. Yeah, Haywire Mire is going to be pretty sick. I'm pretty excited about that one. The cost efficiency of the card is just so good. It's like, it's hard to beat that, you know? Alright, so they got a Tide Shaper, which means they're turning our forest into an island. It's kind of like a tropical island, you would say. Alright, so we're going to dump this vial, I think, this turn. I think that's going to be priority number 1, so they can't start ramping their way up. And the question here, do I take a point off the peatland or do I shock in the tomb? Either way, I think this is going to result in 2 damage. Or once again, I could just fetch basic. Yeah, I'm going to fetch basic. I think this might prevent a point of damage here. Every point matters. So play out our Wall of Roots, and then we're going to Boseiju the Vial. So this does ramp them, kind of. but at the same time, long game, it's going to slow them down. So that's where we want to be. No instant speed fish. No, none of that nonsense. All right, we're going to F6. We got nothing going on here. We're probably going to have to get rid of this Tide Shaper. We're probably going to have to get rid of that guy. At least 2 other Merfolk. So what would have likely happened is if we hadn't gotten rid... That's actually okay, because we can get ourselves... Okay, so what's the move here? So this doesn't have Island Walk. So this turn is a question, do I grist and kill this thing, or do I go for a Yawg? We do have to keep Force of Vigor or Force of Negation on the radar. I think getting Yawg into play is probably the move. We're going to take quite a hit, but we should be able to dump this next turn, I think. Oh, that's unfortunate. Our land is an island. Minor detail. Yeah, I really didn't want to tap the Hierarch, but I kind of have to here. We do have access to Dried Arbor here. So other Merfolk have Ward 1. I wonder if we just minus this now and look for like a Yawgmoth. No. I think we wait and see what they do. They're a little constrained on mana, so there's a chance we'll have a chance to have a big turn next turn. So we'll wait a moment. I think when it comes to crime punishment, it's really good in this matchup, but it's just not as good as Force of Vigor at doing what it's there for. And for that reason, I cut 1 crime punishment to go up to the 3rd Force of Vigor. And then just to make room for other things, yeah, we're going to have to get rid of this Tide Shaper. Just to make room for other things, I just I felt like it was worth shaving. Alright. So it's a pretty big hit. We're definitely on the clock here. We're going to need something. That's fine. So we're going to get Dried Arbor. Alright, that was a really good draw. Really good. We just need to make sure we have enough blockers to start mowing these things down. So this has Ward 1, so we need to keep that on our radar. I wonder, do I lead Peatland? This is going to be close. It's going to be 3-4. It's going to take all of our mana to pull this line off, so Yawgmoth. The hope on our next turn is that they attack our Grist. That's going to be the hope. Pay the mana. That life is actually pretty important. So unless they have another, I mean, they probably have another Lord, which is really what's going to, that's going to cause a problem if they have another Lord. Also, if they have another Tide Shaper or a Spreading Seas, that would be problematic. There's a lot of cards they can have right now that are just game over for us. Okay, another Lord. No good. 5/6, that thing's big. So we're going to take a hit for 3. I don't remember, does that new Lord that came out, does it have flash? Like, we have to block here. We are priced into doing so. It does have flash. Son of a... Yes, our Yawg is going to die here, which is really, really bad. I thought that had flash. Okay. And they're attacking me with everything, yes. I feel like every time I stream I get blown out. That's been the trend up to this point. Do I minus on this thing one more time? Let's see, can I win as things are right now? I don't think so. I feel like we need our Hierarch though. We're gonna need some help here. Yeah, crime punishment for 2 would be pretty good right about now, right? I guess that we wouldn't be able to resolve it, but we would still get a couple of their Merfolk. They'd have a couple of casualties there. Innkeeper would have been decent. Everything has 4 power. We're fighting an uphill battle here. At 3 life, we have 5 blockers. We're still gonna die because they have the Mutavault. I'll scoop it. We can't win from there. Okay, Hapatra, I would like you. Liberator. I don't know about Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is a maybe. They are going to bring in Dismember, but that's probably not good enough. On the play, maybe 2 Thoughtseize. Another card to consider is Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor might be a little narrow. We'll see. We're going to shave an Endurance. We're going to shave some Evos. Evos, you kind of want them, but with them having Curse Catcher and that other Lord, there's just too much of a chance that it just doesn't do anything. You just 2 for 1 yourself. I don't know if we want the Force of Vigor. I think on the play I'll leave out the Force of Vigor. I feel like Grist isn't great. It's a little slow. Maybe I leave in another Evo and cut a Grist. Like, it's really all about just like get Yawg into play quickly. I don't even know if I want Thoughtseize, to be honest. I think I just want to go fast. So maybe we bring Messenger back in. Bring in one force just to have it. The second hearse, I just played a match where it was really, really good. It was actually what won me the game. But I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I've been running an ooze instead of the second hearse. This hand is a little bit sketchy. I think we mulligan this hand. This hand isn't great either, but I think it's a keep, and we get rid of the Dryad Arbor. Yeah, the second hearse, the card is definitely powerful. The main reason I have it in the deck is against Blue-Red Murktide. I think that's really where it shines the most, and having a couple of them is definitely better. Like, if you can get two of them into play, it's pretty strong against them. Their only out to it, or outs, I should say, are Brazen Borrower, and Otawara. At least that I would expect to see, so it's pretty resilient. And it can outgrow a lot of what they're doing as well, so I'm gonna fetch. I mean, they can hit our mana, but we do have Hierarchs, so I'm just gonna get a basic here. We'll see if that becomes an issue. Liberator caused them to pause for a moment. What is that guy doing? They don't have a vial this game, which is really good for us. So they're operating a little bit slower. Yeah, absolutely, Bad Boros. I'm happy to share what knowledge I have here. So our best draw is a land, I think. Wall of Roots. So we could go Wall of Roots, Evo the Wall of Roots into Yawg. I think regardless, we're starting with an attack. We're going to start pressuring their life total a little bit. And this is going to be a hit for 4. Boom. And then if they have like a Force of Negation, that would be really bad for us. But if they don't, we would be very happy. And the reason I'm going to do this turn is because they're tapped out. Alright, we got a Yawg in play. Big game. Yawgmoth, big game hunter. Little game hunter in this instance. Little game hunter for now. These fish can grow. They do get bigger. Does anybody have any fun plans for this Saturday? Sunday? I keep doing that. I'm a day ahead or a day behind. What did they reveal? Another silver gill. Alright, and this is where we go HAM. Okay, so we got to get rid of the Soul Guide first and foremost. I think I'd leave with an attack with the Liberator, see what they do, and then go from there. Okay, taking another hit. Play out Wolfie. I think the move is to start mowing down. They're going to draw a card, of course. Sure. And if we draw another Undier, I think they just lose. Most likely. Go Bills. I think you said that last week too. Bills are really good right now, right? Well, add a green. There's not much of a consequence if we get it wrong in terms of the color of mana we need because we have the Mire, so we're okay here. We can filter it as the name suggests, as the filter land name suggests. All right, so that's a Dryad Arbor, so that's pretty good. Wouldn't mind. That's fine. We'll take it. Patron wouldn't be a bad thing either. Okay, that's unfortunate for our opponent. Apologies, sort of. Now would be a good time to scoop up your cards. Yeah, I could proliferate. I don't really need to though. Because these have, this thing has 1 toughness. Alright, we'll play out the Marsh. Proliferate is definitely a very reasonable and often a frequent line in this matchup, but in that instance we didn't need to do that. So, I mean, we could, on our next turn, sack a wolf and then double proliferate to have 2 4/4s in play, but that's still not enough to kill them, so that doesn't make sense. Alright, we're on the draw. My interest is piqued with these Thoughtseizes. Is it good enough, or do we just go fast? If I just keep the same configuration. Once again, I think Grist is a little slow. Messenger might be a little slow as well. Do we bring in like another Endurance? No. Do we just go 2 Thoughtseizes? How do you guys feel about Thoughtseize in this matchup? I feel like it's borderline, but it could, like, it almost feels like bringing in Thoughtseize gets burned, but here, like, cards are a little bit more impactful. It could also open up the runway for us to, like, sneak in an Evo. Maybe we want a 3rd Grist. 3rd Grist -1 Chord. Like, we're going to be pressured early on. I don't know if we'll have time to get up to a Yawg with a Chord. Maybe we will. I don't know. This is a tricky matchup to sideboard in. I think we can shave Wall Roots, actually. Let's do that. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Okay, I think this hand's a keep. It's a little slow, but I probably should have given it a little bit more thought. I just saw it Patron. I was like, okay, we're good. But if we can get a Yawg in play, this hand is really good. If they have something like a Tide Shaper, we're in big trouble, because that's going to slow us down another turn. So fingers crossed, no Tide Shaper. Okay. So this is, to me, this says that they have the Flash Lord, and they might even have something like a Curse Catcher here. I think I'm going to lead. I'm going to lead a Patron. It might have been wrong. Maybe the move was probably wrong. I think I'm supposed to go Geist into Grist, or Geist into. We'll see. I'm expecting them to flash in this threat. Yeah. See if they have a 1-drop. They do. Okay, so that's kind of what we expected. They're getting a little low on resources here. Let's see what they do. Soul Guide is fine. NBD. Okay, so this is suggesting to me that they have another Lord. At least one. Huh. Like if they have 2 Lords, we're completely blown out. But I think we have to take this. We'll see if they have 2. Okay, okay. So that's kind of what I was hoping for. All right, 3rd Blooming Marsh. So I think we make the mana efficient play here. Establish a Grist. If they want to start attacking Grist, we're fine with that. We have another one. Not a big deal. I think they were thinking about countering it. Doesn't work like that. There goes Blood Artist. 2 actually very relevant creatures are in the graveyard. I don't remember if we have any Endurance. Okay, we do still have 1 Endurance in the list, which we might need at some point. We do have our Innkeeper as well. Take the hit. I guess if they didn't have another 2-drop. 3/2/2. Swing at Grist. Swing at Grist. Give me some time here. Swing at Grist. All right, that one's going at me. At Grist. Also at Grist. We're happy about that. All right, this is really, really good for us. Feels like they're on air right now in their hand. They didn't uptick the Vial. That was actually a really good draw too. So we're gonna uptick Dryad Arbor in the graveyard. Not great. Take a point here. And unless they can give their creatures... This thing doesn't give anything Island Walk, so that's actually pretty good for us. And we're close to a Yawgmoth now. I have the Soul Guide on my radar, so we're keeping an eye on that. Feels like we're doing okay this game so far. Like the fact that they swung at the Grist was really good for us. That's one of the things about Grist, like a consideration keeping it in against certain decks is it's like a bit of a diversion, you know? It steers them off of their, what should be their normal game plan. Wow. Do they have another one in hand? As if they do not, that was a very strange play. They got a lot of lands. Okay, now we might be in a little bit of trouble. We gotta kill that. Assuming they have a lord. If they don't have a lord, we don't care. Alright, they didn't flash anything in. And they're not attacking. Whoa. It just got real. Okay, so we're in a position now where we can almost make them sack their whole board. To counter. So 4 and 3, we can pay for 2, so they have to sack 3 Merfolk to counter a Yawgmoth coming into play. So it pretty much serves the same purpose. It's a board wipe. And then once Yawgmoth comes into play, the chips will start to fall. The structure will collapse. Give me an analogy, a saying that applies in that instance. It's not where you want to be at this point in the game. Vial number 2, when you don't really have creatures in your hand. I think they have the hexproof guy, or the one that gives them ward. That's what my guess is. Alright, incoming. They could have a Force of Vigor, of note. I hate the way Magic Online does this, where you have to tap the filter land before you add the mana. Alright, your sacrificial lambs. Start sacrificing. I would like to pay 1. Yeah, they might have a subtlety in hand. Okay. So they're preserving. They have 1 card in hand now. We can actually almost go on the offensive at this point. So what we can do here is down to Grist. Dump a Geist. Kill this guy. Do you have it? What do you have? The doctor is in the building. All right, here. So they could play some trickery here. And they scoop. So if they had a subtlety in hand, they could activate their vial. What I was going to do if they activated their vial was I was going to proliferate. And if I did, and they had a subtlety, they could have snuck it into play off me responding to that. That would have been like next level gaming on their part. That would have been. Occultic Plus is our opponent. This is our second match of the league. We are currently 1-0. Our starting 7 is acceptable. We will keep this. We are on the draw. They kept a 7-card hand. Getting a lot of slower hands today. Bloodstained Mire, this could be Creativity, this could be Scam. Those are kind of the decks I think of when I see this right off the bat. All these ridiculous mana bases with these clown lands that they're running. Running 6. I hear that card is good. Alright, so we're going to get our Geist in play to start pressuring that. Or we could just ignore it. And start pressuring their life total. Ugh. This is why I only play 3 of these cards as opposed to 4. Moments like this where it's like the last card you want to draw into. Like we definitely need to hit a land on our next turn. I wonder if the move is to play out Innkeeper, let them ping it, and then use the mana next turn for Grist. Like, Geist doesn't really get us anywhere. I can attack the Wrenn in 6, but it's going to take 2 more turns of attacking it to actually do anything. Like, I feel like that's not the right line. Like, I'm better off just attacking them, especially if this is... if this is Creativity. I don't think that that's going to get us anywhere. I think we need to start casting spells that are going to be relevant. What would you guys have done there? Would you have played out the Geist and swung somewhere, or would you have played out the Innkeeper? Okay, so that's what we anticipated. Alright, that's actually pretty good. So we can do one of 2 things here. Play out Grist. 1, 2, Geist. Geist into Arbor, which kind of keeps us at parity mana-wise. And then next turn Evo into Yawg into another chord. The plot has thickened. We're in danger of getting Creativity soon. I think I'm going to play out the Geist and just leave it. See what they do here. This might have been wrong. Does this thing produce a white? It does. Binding. Card's kind of annoying, right? Kinda a little annoying. So I have the Tamiyo's Safekeepings in the sideboard, but I don't know that I would necessarily bring it in this matchup just because of how good Force of Vigor is. They do have a lot of removal. I feel like we're in danger here. We are in danger. It feels like an Archon could be coming down. If it does, our best draw is a Wolf. It's not an Archon. It's almost better, I feel like, in this instance. We're so far behind right now, but I think a land is probably where we want it to be. It's going to give us the best chance to do something. If they cast a creativity this turn, we just lose. Like if they can creativity for 2, I think that's GG. I don't think we're coming back from that one. Dumped a mine and a foothills, drew 2. It's a combo. Another dork. Got my hand on the concede button. Let's make sure they're running Archons as opposed to another version. Okay, so we have to sacrifice the token. I guess we could chord for a Dryad Arbor to keep this alive, but I think we're just dead at this point. I'm going to scoop them up. Don't think we're coming back from that. Alright, sideboard strategy. We are bringing in this stuff. And I am boarding out. Let's pull up our handy dandy sideboard guide. So I've been winning this matchup quite a bit recently, so I don't think it's as bad as I initially slated it to be. I've changed my approach a little bit. One wall, one wolf. My dog has entered the building. One bird. Innkeeper. Good morning, Duke. I think we can get rid of a wolf as well. Liberator, double Necro, Force of Vigors. Excuse the noise in the background as Duke rubs his face on the couch behind me. Alright, we cannot keep that. This hand is slow, but I think it's a keep. Get rid of the cord. This guy's all riled up. Yeah, take notes, but this match might not be the one to do it based on what our hand is looking like here. Alright, Geist is good beats. I like Geists. They do quite a bit of damage to themselves with their mana base. So Geist is, you can pressure them. You can get in there, as they say. Like, if we can curve out here, we got a shot. Next turn, the question is going to be a matter of, do we play out the Geist and try to just like have the combo up, or do we play out the Grist? This feels like a Wrenn and 6 right now. There's the Wrenn. They got their land back. So we're in a position we can kill the Wrenn and 6. So I think we're going to do that. Okay, and then, yeah, I think that solidifies that line. As we'll have Yawg in play next turn. So with the Yawg, what that allows us to do is get ourselves a Force of Vigor, which is going to probably be the most relevant card on our next turn. So they didn't do anything. It appears they have a... This to me feels like they have Veil of Summer up. We're going to lead on an attack. Let's see what they do. All right. Yawg against the dwarves and force against the clue and treasures. Yes. Yes and yes. Yeah, Yawg answers the creatures. Force answers their many enchantments. Let's see what they do here. They might... Okay. Like if they have Leyline, I think the move there is actually to Leyline one of my Geists. I think that's the better play, as opposed to holding it for the Yawg, but their life total is getting mighty low. Foundry. Leyline, they got 3 mana up. Alright, we're gonna draw, hope to draw approximately 47 cards. Feels like they might be holding up some form of removal. Okay, them not doing anything here says, I have the green light. Bless you, Duke. Why are they doing something now? Are they realizing the mistakes of their ways? Looked like they're about to do something. Alright, we have 2 Yawgmoth here. I'll do this again. Let's see. Make a move. Alright, here they go. So we didn't find a Force of Vigor. But if we get to the next turn with the Geist, we'll hit for 4, and then we'll cast out another Yawgmoth. I think we play this one out. Swing for 4. Here, this guy Yawgmoth's pretty good. We'll get a basic. How many Leylines do you have? This one doesn't produce. No, so they can't Leyline right now. For anyone who's just joining, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. All right, we're 1-1. All right, so on the draw, I wonder if we change anything. So right now we're Force of Vigors, Necromentias. Our hand was kind of slow that game too, so it actually kind of worked out okay. We shaved a Grist, we shaved a Bird, we shaved a Wolf. Shaved an Innkeeper. This is what we cut. I think I'm going to cut a Bird here. Evo? I don't think they're bringing Spell Pierce against me, so I think I can semi-safely bring in an Evo to try to be fast. Let's try it. Let's see how this goes. Get wrecked creativity. Alright, this hand is not great. We need to get rid of this. This does not hold up. This hand is slow but better. We're gonna keep. And I think, unfortunately, we're priced into getting rid of the Yawgmoth there. Do Do you think your sideboard guide will be updated before the 3rd of December? Because I'm going to go to a big Italian tournament. 4 Seasons, I have heard of it, and I'd love to take it with me. I will do my best. I will see what I can do. With this new set coming out, I think things are going to change a little bit. I think what I'll likely do is every new set, I'll just do my best to update it at that point, because it was actually a pretty good draw. They mull to 5 as well. If they have a Ren in 6, that will be a problem. Yeah, because just my lists fluctuate so much, but with the new sets is really where like the big changes happen. So, oh, that's really good for us. Stay alive, stay alive. Okay. Okay, we can live with that. That's fine. That's pretty good. We're doing it all. We're doing it. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. So I feel like this is a Kiki Saga thing. And I guess here the question is, do we do something now? And I don't think so. I think the line is going to be to flash in the Endurance, block the Shaman, and then when they try to Creativity Force with it on the stack, and kind of blow them out that way. I think that's going to be the line. That's what we're going to try to do at least. Second Beseiju, not bad. All right, we'll pass. I would love to have another green card though. That would be best case scenario. This feels like a creativity turn. You have your treasure. I have my endurance. And I wonder if I want to give them that Triome back. I don't think I do. Double Beseiju is pretty good utility here. Dwarven Mine. Let's see if they creativity here. Okay. So this is a little unfortunate. We don't have an answer to that. Yeah, not what we need. We needed a green card. That's where we needed to be. And unfortunately, we need this Grist to kill the Archon. So what we might be forced to do here is play out the Beseiju, hardcast the Force of Vigor end of their turn, and then use the Grist to kill the Archon that's in play. That's our line here. Life total is getting low. And we're really, really going to need this Hierarch to live. And this, we need everything to go right here. We need everything. A Yawgmoth is our best draw. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay. We're okay. Sort of. sort of okay. As long as they don't have another creativity or something like that. They also could have Veil, in which case we just lose, which is a good possibility. This feels like a Veil. Oh, interesting. It's a little premature, I think. So they're going to be able to get a Dwarven Mine and kill our Grist here, which kind of sucks. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I haven't seen my opponents on this deck bringing in Spell Pierce recently, for whatever reason. Later Grist. They have a Persist. This feels like a Persist, no? Oh, that's fine. Okay, we just need to draw something. Not the best thing, but it'll do. It does something. I think that's a quicker clock than they have. So they're on a 6-turn clock. We're on an 8-turn clock right now. All right, we're winning. We got this. Oh, we're losing. We don't got this. Unfortunate turn of events. All right, we're just both playing off the top. Our best draw is probably a Yawgmoth. All right, 7-turn clock. All right, just a little bit of draw go. Okay. Okay. Don't hate that. Oh no, they have another one. They're multiplying. If they have a creativity, we're just super dead. Why did they only do that for one? Do they only, I guess they have an Archon in their hand. So we still have outs here. As long as they don't have Veil of Summer, we can draw Grist here. They have 7 in play. To me, this suggests there's an Archon in their hand. So if they draw another black source, if they have another black source, that's not going to do it. All right, we lost. Unfortunate. It was close. It was very close. I feel like we were one top deck away from climbing our way back into that game. Yeah, Chord for Grist would have been okay as well. So yeah, and they were very close to that hardcast Archon. We're back. Okay, we are playing against Tugga Naxos. This is match 3 of our Modern League. We are on the play, so we'll run with it. And we are getting these garbage hands. All right, Mulligan. Our 6-card hand is also not great. This hand's a little bit more tempting Like if we can get up to 2 mana, but I think we have to mulligan this as well. All right, we're gonna keep our 5. We're gonna hope that this is good enough because I'm not going down to 4. Deck is not being kind to us. Currently 1-1 in this league. That doesn't feel good when we see our opponent leading on a... Oh, okay. Strange. Are we playing against like a Ponza deck? In which case this hand probably not going to be great. Feels like a Wrenn and 6 is coming down. Another Abundant Harvest. This is interesting. Oh, some sort of combo deck? What did they choose? Non-land? Okay, so they have these 2 cards in their hand. I don't know what we're playing against here. Don't know what they're doing. Strike it rich. Is this like green-red storm? This isn't the challenge. This is just a modern league. The challenge starts at 4 a.m. here on the West Coast, so unfortunately it's a little early for my liking. Alright, the reason I played out the Geist there is just because it gives us the most direct line to combo on our next turn. And it feels like they're going to be comboing, so I think we need to make this happen quickly. Let's see what they're doing. I feel like the Goblin Aromancer, is that the card? I feel like that's going to be coming down at some point. A lot of Abundant Harvests. I wonder if Endurance is going to play a role in this match. We'll see. Manamorphose, sure. They played out a Mountain too, so we know Pyretic Ritual in their hand. Alright, we're going to get Dryad Arbor. So we have an extra sacrifice. Draw. Okay, I'm going to pause for 1 second. I have to grab something for my fiance out of this room. 1 sec. I'll be back. Literally 1 second. Alright, so this is our turn where we do stuff. So, I think we lead with an attack with the Geist. That's step 1. Step 2, I think, is going to be Wall of Roots. And the reason I'm playing out the Wall of Roots first is because it gives us more lines with... Oh no, don't want to cast that one. It gives us more lines with Chord during their turn. So this will give us the opportunity to get Geralt's Messenger as it stands. And also another land. We're going to go one further here. Endurance, that might be a good thing. Blooming Marsh. We used our Dryad Arbor, so we're going to play out that, and we're going to pass the turn. Alright, see if we get another turn here. So Endurance gives us 2 free draws. If that's how they're spending their turn... Yeesh. That's not good. That's not good for our opponent. So I can 10 them here. Sacrifice the Geist, proliferate, and just hit them for 10. It doesn't play around removal, if they have any. So I don't know if that's the best line. I mean, I do want to get them dead. I feel like the likelihood of us finding an Evo or a chord is probably pretty high. What do you guys do here? Do you sack and go for the kill? This doesn't feel like they'd have removal in their main deck, right? Okay, I think they're F6'd, in which case... We really didn't see much out of their deck. I mean, we can kind of just assume they're trying to combo kill us. Smash face. I like that policy. We'll dump Tomb. Face smashing commences. Lethal. That was a good call. Yeah. That's, we want to get them dead. That's the move. Alright. We don't really know what we're up against. They are what appears to be some variation of a Storm deck. So I feel like these things would be reasonable. Whether or not they're good, I'm not sure. I might also bring in a Liberator to have, just in case they have a Leyline, white Leyline. Grist does not seem good. I think we're going to pull all of our Grists. And I don't know what they have for removal, so I think we'll cut a little bit there. We'll shave 1 and 1, and maybe a Chord. The reason I'm cutting Chord is because if they're a combo deck and they're trying to go fast, we're not necessarily going to have the time to Chord for a relevant creature. So that's why I'm shaving that there. Sometimes the beats is all you need. What are these hands? What are these hands, guys? I feel like we've mulliganed every game of this league so far. We multi-5 that game, didn't we? I feel like we need to get some interaction here, so we're going to mulligan this. I guess Endurance could be interaction. I think this is a keep. Having basic Swamp is not ideal, but I think we're going to get rid of Blood Artist. We'll try this. We still don't really know what they're doing. They're like Abundant Harvest .deck, Necromentia, name Abundant Harvest. Okay. I wonder, I mean, we don't really know the contents of their deck. So Necromentia, I mean, obviously we can name Ave. I would imagine they have another win con. But this might... Necromentia naming Abundant Harvest. And then after you do that, you have to say, let's go. For the win. Just auto scoop, right? It's over. It's over. How can you win at that point? You can't. That's the long story short. Short story long. What do you guys think? What's the necro target? Is it Ave just because we know that that's an option, something they're trying to do? I would imagine they're probably running Wish somewhere in the deck. I would imagine they're probably running maybe Grape Shot as well. I don't really know what their engine is, though. Are they accessing their graveyard for this engine that they're attempting to... Oh, well, okay. That makes things a little bit easier. So we'll start there. We can't allow them to continue to get away with all these abundant harvests. Harvest die. All right, so next turn, I mean, I don't really care about a Chatterstorm for 3. I think we just get rid of the Ave. Like, that's the biggest threat. Pass the turn. That didn't really give us that much information. I was hoping for more info there, like a very clear win con. Uh-oh, we making squirrels? I have to make sure I'm not F6'd. 4 mana. I guess Chatterstorm is the green Grape Shot plan. Just storm cards dot deck. 7 mana. Strike it rich. They're just Chatterstorming. That's their game plan. Against the deck that kills 1/1s. I don't know if that's a reliable plan. I don't know if that's where you want to be. Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything. I feel a little bad for our opponent here. I don't think we're going 1-4 in this league. I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think somewhere along the lines we might get another win somewhere. I'm not sure where. I don't know. The move when I was playing Storm, I used to play Ad Nauseam Tendrils, and we had Cabal Therapy in the deck. We would name Abandon Hope with Therapy when you knew they were dead and you didn't care what you named. So that might be the move with Necromentia. Abandon Hope. I haven't done that in a long time. I almost forgot about that. And I wonder here if... Okay. Now we didn't even get the opportunity to have them abandon hope. Just literally one vanilla 3/4 creature, and it's a scoop. Definitely not tier 2. Can someone start tracking how many mulligans we have here? We are playing... So this is match 4 of our Modern League. We were playing against Ju Hyun Apologies if I mispronounced your name. We are on the draw, and we are going to mulligan here. And our 6 is much more acceptable. The question is, I think we get rid of the Evo. I think that's the move. And hope they don't have Fury. They're on a 6-card hand as well. Even a blind squirrel. Wow, okay, we're doing this again. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. I wonder what the nut draw is with their deck. Any guesses? Turn 1 Chatterstorm for 4. I know that was a really good deck in Pioneer. I just don't. It doesn't seem like it ports over to Modern very well. Or was it not Pioneer? What's that other format? Pauper. Pauper. It was a deck in Pauper. For anyone who is just tuning in, welcome. We are currently in our 4th match of this Modern League. We just had an epic matchup against Green-Red Chatterstorm in Modern. It was a hard-fought victory, but we got there. All right, so back to our currently scheduled programming. Play out Grist, uptick. They attack into Grist. We save ourselves 2 life, essentially. Or we build out our board a little bit more. Save ourselves 2 life off of the tomb coming in untapped. That's really the consideration, right? Is the life total. Yeah, this is our 2nd time playing against Fish this league, so this is a lot of tribal decks we're playing. So I'm assuming if I play out the Grist, they attack into it, but I don't know if that's necessarily reliable. They don't have a Vial in play, so we have a little bit more time with regards to what we're doing. So we're gonna do it like this, and then if they play out the Lord, we can Grist down the Master. They have Island Walk, but we don't have any islands. If we do have an island at some point, we're going to be in trouble. Possibly. Alright, so we're really close to a Yawgmoth. And for that reason, I think I'm going to uptick this Grist. This might be a little risky if they have a way to turn one of my lands into an island. No Spreading Seas. Brutal. Okay, we're taking a big hit here. Hopefully they swing at the Grist. Hopefully. Swing at Grist. One at Grist, one at me. Hopefully they're not watching the stream listening to me saying this. Grist. Okay, 2 at me, 1 at Grist. I'm not sure the reason. Oh, I guess that's a 4/4. Cool. Okay, we're okay with that. Okay, so we need to get rid of this Tide Shaper, first and foremost. Have I ever tried Plague Engineer? I have not. I have not. I think... Hold on, I'm just trying to figure out my line here. Plague Engineer seems reasonable, like an option, but I don't know. In this league it would be amazing, but on the average I feel like it's probably not good enough. Maybe it's something against creativity. create instant speed cord for a Plague Engineer naming Goblin. Kills your... I guess it doesn't affect your creatures, though. It's unilateral. Yeah, maybe that's something. Maybe you're onto something, Nature's Titan. So I think we have to kill the Tide Shaper. That's top priority here. And then from there, we're going to dump this bird. If they have like a Spreading Seas, we're in trouble. They're pretty close to lethal. Once again, we hope they attack the Grist. Let's see if this diversion works. Yeah, we can cord for a wolf. The thing is that we need to get, like, Yawg is how we win this game, I think. So we need to get up to Yawgmoth. That is the... Loses all abilities until end of turn. Let's see who they're tapping. They're incentivizing me blocking with my young wolf, I guess. Face, face, face. Face, face, face. Okay. So if we block, I think we have to. I think we're priced into this, and we have to draw a land. That's really our out here. Vial. That late game Vial. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to do it. We need a double hit off this Grist. That's not a double hit. 4, 3. I mean, we can survive another turn, but we're not really... We're definitely not getting ahead here. We do need more Spore Frog. Spore Frog would be big game right now. Three mana. So what's the cord target right now? Is it Blood Artist? I think it's Blood Artist. Try to give us a little breathing room. They couldn't tap their mana fast enough for that Trickster. That was the quickest anyone has ever tapped their mana for a Trickster. Okay, we're dead. All right, Mr. Hapatra. I don't know what gender Hapatra is, but Hapatra's coming in. Bring in a Liberator. I'm just gonna do what we did last time. I think that was it on the play. We're going to shave a Grist, an Evo, and a Wall of Roots, I think. don't know if I want Thoughtseize on the play. Maybe I'll bring in one. Let's see what this looks like. And we pulled, didn't pull an Endurance. Double Wall of Roots. Maybe we just go fast this game. I think that's fine. I'll leave out the Thoughtseize this game. We'll bring it in next game. We'll keep this. Hashtag drive fast. That's the game plan. Being on the play is pretty big game. I like the idea of Plague Engineer. I'm thinking about that now. I might test that. Like, it's pretty good. One of the decks I just lost to earlier this morning was the Elemental's Glimpse, in which that would be pretty good against that as well. All right, so we got a Yawg next turn. Smash for 3. They could have a Subtlety, but I think we're okay with that, if that's how it develops. Oh, they're bringing the beats. Wow, aggressive. The race is on. Okay, because of the chance of Force of Vigor, or Force of Negation, I'm going to play out the Yawgmoth. See what they do before I lead into my attack. Okay. It was a quick one. What's up, Jesse? Yeah, Glimpse can be tough. Definitely. On the draw. I feel like there is a certain fail rate with that deck. I've found that the people who are more patient with their glimpses tend to do better. Like, a lot of people will rush into a glimpse on turn 3 and then they just get, you know, like an unimpressive sequence of cards that flip onto the table, and then you're like, okay, I can beat that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so this 7, they're mulliganing to 6. I think we have to mulligan as well. I think we need a way to get Yawgmoth into play. This is more acceptable, so we'll keep this. Like turn 2 Grist, and hopefully churning out some value and getting a cord for Yawgmoth, I think is more worthwhile. Yeah, Glimpse killed my 5-0 league in my last league with this deck. Endurance is meh. It's fine. The reason I still have Endurance in the deck is just to get a blocker down. It's kind of like against Burn, just something to clog up the ground a little bit. Silvergill, and they have a Lord in hand. So Innkeeper isn't bad. I think I'm going to play out a I'm going to incentivize an attack with the Silvergill and block with my Endurance. So my hope is they go Lord, attack with the Silvergill. And I can eat one of their creatures here. See if they fall into our trap. Mwahaha. Success. I think we got a scoop to an Endurance last time. Let's see if we do it again. Is this just game over? No islands means no island walk. Alright, that is a very favorable trade for us. And I wonder here if we just grist and dump the Lord. Just really just limit what's on their board. Or I could go Innkeeper into grist into uptick and then Chord for Yawg next turn. That sounds like that might be a little bit better. Safekeeping has been decent. I don't know if it did anything yet this league, but the last league I had, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I played it against Blue-Red Murktide and just completely invalidated their turn. I did it against Domain and countered 2 Leyline bindings. And then I had it against Burn and also invalidated a Searing Blaze, gained 2 life. It was pretty strong. So I think the line is Innkeeper into grist and then Yawg next turn. That's what we're going for. I wonder if we can... Can I still Yawg next turn? I can still Yawg next turn and kill the Lord. If my grist sticks around. Maybe that's better. It feels better to me. What would you have done in that place, in that instance? Anybody who's watching. Do you uptick the grist, gain a life, or do you kill their Lord in that instance? Yeah, so now we have a Yawg. I expect a concession coming in the near future here. And the incidental life gain here is very good. All right, they scooped. They know what it is. We got there. Yeah, I mean, it's like a critical mass deck, right? They need a volume of their fishes to kill us. I've learned that the plural of fish, if it's different types of fish, you say fishes. If it's only one type of fish, but multiples of that, you say fish. So it wouldn't be fishes in this instance because they're all the same type. So they need a volume of fish to kill us. All right, this is match 5. We are against Pid Boo. We are on the play. We are 3-1 in this league. We're going for the 4-1. This will be, hopefully, our 3rd straight 4-1 with this list. Opening 7. This is like the first opening 7 we've been able to keep this entire league, I think. Let's see what we're playing against. This person knows who I am. They said, thank you for the Yawg content. They said they're currently learning from our videos. Thank you for the content. Thank you for watching. It always feels good when you don't have to mulligan, right? And then when you turn to Twilight Mirror, you can fetch basic into Twilight Mirror. It really feels like you're winning. appropriate way to close out with the mirror match. So we should have a turn 3 Yawg if we can hit our land drops. They gave us the GLFet. Good luck, have fun. So here I think we go Innkeeper into Wolf. Next turn Grist. Because I don't think we're getting a turn 3 Yawg in this instance. I could be mistaken. Oh, I sequenced that wrong. Uh-oh. I'm starting to slip, y'all. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing here so we can get this 4-1. We'll see if that 1 life is relevant. I don't have a punt meter on here, but if I did, that would definitely be a punt. A puntometer. If we pull a land, we have Yawg next turn, so we'll see if we get there. Mirror match is a little tricky. Feels like a grist. That's a grist. We pull a land, we can also kill the grist. Let's see what the move is here. Endurance, not terrible. I think we lead on an attack. We'll hit their grist. Oh, I guess I could have... that was a mistake. I could have gotten Yawg. That was bad. So I punted twice so far. Dual punts. This guy, our opponent called me a master with the deck, and I am not showing it right now. I am showing very little mastery given the lines that I've taken. I'm going to get the Geist into play. Geist into play gives us combo kill next turn. Depending on what they do. They uptick. See if they have a Yawg this turn. I've definitely punted pretty hard up to this point. Okay, they have a Geist, so we should be good. If they have an Endurance, they'll shut us off our combo, but that is the only instance. All right, I'll play out the Peatland. I'll take a point here. Now we commence the mow down. All right, so this is game. It doesn't seem like they have interaction. So the line here is we can draw our whole deck. Endurance gets us the Blood Artist. If we draw into the Blood Artist first, we can Endurance into a Messenger. Double Endurance into a Messenger. If we draw into both of those first, which we did not, we can do it during their upkeep or during their turn in response to something. I'm going to target myself, stack our triggers, The safer line here, I guess, is probably to get Messenger. But we're going to do it this way. Okay, and they scoop. We're up a game. Despite 2 punts in that game, we are up a game. All right. So let's see. How do we approach this? On the draw, do I want to do that? This is a matchup, despite the fact that I play this deck and have been playing it for a long time, where I still don't know how to properly board for it. I think it's tricky. I think it's very, very tricky. On the draw, I think I'm going to go into Thought Seizes. I'm going to shave one of each Undying creature. I'm going to shave a bird. I'm going to shave a Grist. And a Wall, I think. Or maybe I keep the Wall and shave an Innkeeper. I think we'll try that. All right, all is back to normal. We're mulliganing. All is right in the world. Let's see what they did. Okay, they mulligan to 6. We're gonna mulligan to 6. Yeah, we can't. I don't know if we can keep this as much as I would love to. What do you think? Do we take the plunge and keep this very risky 6-card hand that has huge upside, but I think we have to mulligan this. Yeah, it's enticing. I think we have to get rid of it though, unfortunately. All right, we apparently only have 1 land in the deck, but we're gonna keep this. Mulligan to 5. 2, 3, 4. That's a turn 3 Yawgmoth if we just keep this. Or if we draw land. Do we do this? And hope to draw land in our first 3 draw steps? This might be a little greedy, but I'm gonna go with this. We might need to get a little lucky to win this one. Do you keep the bird or do you keep the... Do you keep the 3rd bird? All right, we'll see if we get punished. We shall see. We need a land in the next 2 turns. They fetch basic. Geist, sure. Beats by Geist. Land? Not a land. All right. See if my greed gets the best of me here. Mulligan to 5. We didn't see a hand with more than 1 land in it, I don't think. Do they only have a 2-lander? I think they mulliganed as well, so they swing. All right, I'm gonna block one of them. I'm gonna preserve our life a little bit. I wonder if they're debating whether or not they want to use an endurance in the hand. In which case we're okay with that. Feels like there's an endurance here. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so they have a third land. Land. Whew! Alright. We're in business. Alright, so we're going to chop down this Dryad Arbor here. See if they endurance me here. They're thinking about it. Second land, let's go. They're hesitating every time this young wolf goes to the graveyard. So yeah. They dumped an Evo, which is pretty big. So if we get another turn, I feel like we're going to be in really good shape. Really, really good shape. So we'll see. Feels like they need a land. Alright, yeah, they're in trouble. I think there's maybe an EOT chord on their part. Wall of Roots was really good. Alright, so it feels like we're okay here. Feels like we're okay. So we can Evo away the Hierarch, get a 1-drop, or a 3-drop, up to a 3-drop. And then we can chord for a wolf during their turn. So I think that's the move. Oh, I forgot. Hello, my friend. Hello. I forgot you were in the deck. No second creature needed. I feel like we're going to see GGs in the chat sometime soon. Fancy seeing you here. Who's a fan of Patron in the chat? Patron fans or non-fans? Where do you fall? Okay, so here I'm actually going to wait on my chord. The reason being is because I believe we can just kill them. Maybe I do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess the mana is probably more valuable. So because their creatures are undying, this gives us a loop here. They're just going to keep coming back and we'll just be able to keep shooting them down. So it is unfortunate on their part. Snakes ahoy. It's a similar product to Chips Ahoy. Can we speed this process up here? I think we can. GG's, well played, our opponent says. GG's. That was fun. That was fun. Snakes in the house. If we were airborne, we would have snakes on a plane. I wish this messenger wasn't in our hand because that would just speed things up. So our opponent was very kind there. gave us some GGs, some compliments on the content. So thank you to our opponent if you do catch the chance to watch this. They were good games. It was fun playing against you. So there we go. This is our third straight 4-1 league with this list. Let's pull this thing up. I think we saw the power of Prosperous Innkeeper pretty frequently in that league. That was pretty good. Second Endurance came up a couple of times. The sideboard, Patron got the chance to shine in that last match a little bit. I think we were really far ahead, but it pretty much just closed things out and made it so our opponent had zero shot. We didn't see Safekeeping do anything that league. It wasn't really the right league for it. They, I mean, what did we play? We played Green Red Storm, a Merfolk ×2, Yawgmoth, and Creativity. None of those matchups are matchups where we'd be bringing this in. Yeah, our sideboard wasn't particularly impactful with the exception of against Creativity, but we lost that match. So outside of that, our sideboard didn't really do too much. Highlight of the league was just the prospect of being able to Necromentia Abundant Harvest or name Abandoned Hope. I think those were the two high points there. We were one turn off. Our opponent knew it was coming. They scooped in advance, unfortunately, but that would have been wonderful. So thank you, everybody. Feel free to head over to my Patreon if you enjoy my content and want to support me further. I don't have any content that is gated under a paywall, but I always appreciate any support and contributions. At some point as well, I'll announce this here. I haven't announced this yet. I will likely be adding coaching to the list of services that I have to offer. I will only be able to take a limited number of clientele just because of my time availability, but I'll probably take 1 or 2 clients a week if there's a demand for that. Additionally, if people were interested, I was thinking about doing kind of like an abbreviated version of that for a lesser cost, like you send me a VOD of your match and I'll give you my breakdown of your match play and what I think of it. So not a full league, but just a given match. So if that's something you guys would be interested in as well, definitely hit me up, let me know, and it's something we can get started. I have to figure out a price on that, but yeah, something a little less of an investment to get some feedback. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Be safe out there and be well. Until then.